the entire. Good evening. Every day in Douglas County, a man silently fights a battle that you'll never see. And far too often, he loses. My name is Mary Grothy, and tonight I have the honor of presenting a grassroots organization that is quietly saving lives in our own backyard. Dads of Castle Rock, or DoCR for short, DoCR. This group doesn't run headlines or lobby for attention. Instead, they show up at the hospital bedside, on suicide calls with Castle Rock PD, in snowstorms, at funerals, and in moments of joy. They are a brotherhood committed to the well-being of men, and as a result, the well-being of our families, our children, and our community. Here in Douglas County, men are struggling in silence. Suicide is the leading cause of death for men aged 25 to 54 in Colorado, and in Douglas County specifically, over 80% of suicide deaths are male. Let that settle for a moment. When a man in crisis has no one to turn to, it doesn't just affect him. The well-being of the father affects the entire household. Kids with involved fathers are twice as likely to graduate, 75% less likely to struggle with drug or alcohol abuse, and 80% less likely to spend time in jail. This isn't just a dad issue. This is a family issue, a community issue, an issue that touches every woman, mother, wife, sister, and daughter in this room. Dads of Castle Rock is a nonprofit that exists to strengthen and support the men in our community through connection, purpose, and action. Their mission is simple: to serve and support men in Castle Rock by building community, offering purpose, and responding when tragedy strikes. They serve all men in Castle Rock, regardless of background or belief. Their support groups include sober dads, divorced dads, business leaders, dads of disabled children, first responders, and rescue volunteers. It's not a social club, it's a lifeline. DoCR operates with stunning efficiency. Their annual operating budget is just $10,000 a year, yet they give away tens of thousands of dollars each year. They hold 2 major fundraiser events, which account for each about $60,000 annually. The money goes directly to families in need when tragedy strikes. And when more help is needed, they don't wait. They mobilize the community, they start a fundraiser, and they meet the need. So let me tell you what this looks like in action. Last year, a tragic car accident took the lives of 2 parents in our town. Their children survived, but their entire world shattered overnight. DoCR rallied, raised over $70,000 and stood beside those children in their darkest hour. More recently, Robert Ziering, a DoCR dad, received devastating news that his 15-year-old daughter had a brain tumor. Within days, she was in surgery, followed by chemo and radiation. And while he was working to hold his family together, DoCR went to work organizing multiple fundraisers and raising over $20,000 to support Robert's family. And then there's the now famous story of the horse rescued during a Colorado blizzard. A local family horse collapsed in exhaustion in a snowdrift. It seemed there was no way to save it. Cars could not make it to the horse. So the DoCR men hiked in, took off their coats to keep the horse warm, and worked together to pull it out alive. That moment made national news, but for them, it was just another Tuesday. Because that's what they do, they show up. Tonight, I'm asking for you to help DoCR show up in a new way. If awarded the grant, the funds will launch a long-awaited program. $2,500 scholarships for graduating students in Douglas County. Kids who've overcome adversity, who need someone to believe in them, and who now will have a dad-shaped community as they step into adulthood. This is a brand new initiative that will continue annually, and this initial grant brings it to life. So tonight, I ask for you to see the men in our community, and I mean really see them. In this beautiful Douglas County that we're in, our men are struggling. Men have had a lot stripped away from them in the last several years. For whatever reasons that I'm not going to say up here, the role of the man has changed. These men are bearing silent burdens, and they don't have an outlet. And they're struggling in silence. These are our husbands. These are the fathers of our children. These are the boys that we are raising. Are there any boy moms in here? To think in a county that is so affluent and full of success and suburbia, to have 80% of the suicide be men. And for them to find purpose and meaning, not only in brotherhood and being a part of something together, but that the outlet for what they do together is to lift others up and respond when tragedy strikes. These men need community, they need purpose, and they need us. So please join me in funding this powerful movement, one that's quietly changing lives and holding up the very foundation of our families. Let's give these men and their children and the receiving wives in the room a future filled with hope. Thank you.